Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to switch on a daily diary device. So with me now I have my daily diary circuit board and my battery and two pre-programmed SD cards. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your pre-programmed SD card and put it into the back of the device in the SD card tray, which should be spring loaded. Perfect. And then the next thing you can do is go ahead and switch it on. So we do this by simply plugging in the device. Now what you want to do is make sure either the two wires match up. In this example, my female daily diary end has two reds, so I can't do that. Or we just make sure the box at the top of the plug matches the perfectly square hole on the female end connected to the daily diary. And we just line them up and plug it in. When they do get plugged in, you're going to see a little light show on the circuit board. So just put it together, little light show. And then when you're collecting data, there should be a really faint green light. There, you can just see it there. Perfect. So now we're logging data and your device is switched on. If you need to plug in at a different phase setting up the device, then you do actually have a switch on the circuit board here. Now I'm just going to slot that to the downward or to the right in this instance, and that will turn the device off. Now, when I switch the device back on, because I've already powered my device on, I'm going to get warning signals to imply my SD card is full. So I switch the device on, and see here, instead of the light show and the steady green flash, I now have a yellow flash. This next tip should be avoided and not always recommended, but if the specific circumstance so calls for it, what you can do is you can actually override the device using a magnet. Say you're left on the field and this yellow warning's coming up implying your SD card's full and you have no way of reprogramming it. What we can do is we can use a magnet to reset the card. The reason we want to avoid this is that data could actually be quite important to previous deployments, or it could be an issue with the actual programming. So this is only something you should do if you have to. So we're going to take a magnet, I've got a fridge magnet here, and we're going to float the magnet around the center of the device. My magnet isn't very strong, so I might have difficulty. But once I do it, you can hold and you'll get a solid yellow light. And once you take away, you begin to get the steady green, implying you're collecting data. Hopefully you can see that. Fantastic. Okay. Then when you want to stop collecting data, you just take apart the plug. Now, these wires are normally lab built, so they can be quite flimsy, so it's always recommended to take out via the actual plastic plug itself. So what I'm going to do is fit my nail in between the plug and take it out. Great. Now, that is how you switch on your device. But just to cover another common error is you can program the SD card to have a sleep function, which this SD card is programmed to, where the device will power up, fall asleep, then you can switch it on with a magnet later on. So I'm going to do the same thing, make sure I plug in correctly. Then once I've plugged in, I get this steady, not very bright, yellow light. Did you see that? That means my device is asleep. So if you get that steady yellow light, you can then use the magnet to power up your device when suits you best. So we're just about to deploy, so we're going to put the magnet in the same area. Wait for that solid orange or yellow light. Take away. And we should be collecting data. Yeah, did you just see that green light? Perfect. So that's a brief tutorial on how to power up daily diaries.